Hello everyone, my name is Beansprout and I'm finally back from my week-long break. I apologize for being gone for so long. I had some stuff to sort out. I got a new monitor and I've had some issues recording because of it, but everything is now fine, and I've moved over from using OBS to Shadowplay because I believe Shadowplay is just a bit better and it helps keep my performance from not killing my computer while I'm trying to record, so that's why I've been gone for so long. But on a different note, if you recall, I made a video not so long ago where I talked about possible ways of buffing the demonic troopers. And people seemed to like that video and thought I had some good ideas, and some people also had some pretty good ideas of their own. So today we're going to be talking about one of the ideas that someone had put in my comment section, and that we talked about a bit on stream once, but didn't go into this much detail with it. And in the comment that I'm going to be reading out, they bring up some pretty cool points that could either work with demonic troopers we have now, or even a heavy variant of the demonic troopers that are a bit stronger, which I think would be pretty cool. And there is in fact some concept art for some of the soldier enemies that they could use for heavy demonic troopers if they really wanted to, which I think would be pretty cool, to be honest. But anyway, I got sidetracked there. Let's talk about the actual comment now, and let's read this. So, building off the idea of a throwable spear, they should use it when you're far. It should take half the time it takes for armored barons to charge, so you would think to go in with the SSG or the combat shotgun, but no, they're resistant to shotguns and rockets. Like half the damage for an SSG and 75% less damage for a rocket launcher. You can shoot the spear in their hands to explode it in their hands, to do half health damage. They're invincible to super weapons, and have a health pool of a Hell Knight. Headshots don't work, and the weapon mods all have 50 or 25% damage reduction. If it's charged, 25. If it's like micro missiles, PB, or remote det, then 50. It should take all 3 pips of the D-blade or the chainsaw, get an insta-kill. In a small edit of this comment, they said that you should be able to meat hook the spear and that it should be homing. And while I agree with some of the points made in this, like meat hooking the spear would be sick, that would be really cool. I'd love to meat hook the spear out of the air and swing around it. I think that some of the stuff is a bit too much of a drastic change. I think being resistant to shotguns is a pretty good idea. We don't have any enemies in the game who are resistant to shotguns. I think making them invincible to super weapons is a bit too far. I think the only enemy that really should be invincible to super weapons is the Marauder, and even then you can still hit him with the BFG if you hit him with the shotgun blast first. I'm not sure about making them resistant to rockets, but that could be pretty cool as well. Shooting the spear out of the hand to blow it up would be pretty cool also, but I don't think doing half of their health damage for that is really fair. Headshots, I think, should just do the same damage as normal body shots and keep the spear as maybe a weak point, but then again, I'm not sure how that would work, considering that maybe the spear could just be an attack for when you're further away, and they use the rifle most times anyway. It being about the health of a Hell Knight, I don't think should work that well, maybe for a heavier variant. I think the demonic troopers as is should have their health just boosted a bit, so that they're still fodder, but they're kind of that in-between of a heavy and fodder, like a Prowler or a Carcass, like I talked about in my original video. I'm not sure how they could do the spear as homing. I'm not sure how that would work, if it would go slower, like, say, the Needler from Halo, for instance, or if it would move a bit faster. 3 pips of the chainsaw, I don't think so, if we're gonna go with that kind of in-between a heavy and fodder. Maybe we could start to see enemies that take 2 pips at that kind of health range of the Carcass and Prowler. I think that would actually give a use to having 2 pips of the chainsaw, and would be pretty cool, to be honest, because considering how much weaker the Prowler and Carcass are compared to other enemies in the sandbox, I think that making them be 2 pips instead of 3 would be pretty cool. And maybe they could even make a new category of demons for, say, the next Doom game, or even in another update that makes it so that those kinds of health ranges for demons, those weaker heavies, are almost like a category of called, like, I don't know, sub-heavy. Overall, I think there's some good concepts in here that could use a little work, and then could be almost perfect to have that kind of sub-heavy enemy style. I do agree with buffing the demonic troopers, but I think that this comment was a bit too drastic with the buffs, but I also agree with a lot of the stuff. And I do thank you for leaving this comment, because it's got some pretty cool stuff in here, like I said. And if any of you guys have your own ideas on how they could buff this enemy, then be sure to leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. But other than that, that's all I have for you here today. So if you did enjoy it, then give it a like, and if you really enjoyed the video, then consider subscribing. I make Doom content a lot of the time, and I really enjoy doing it. I also have a merch store. You can pick up some pretty cool stuff stuff there, and I have a Twitter and Discord, so go follow and join those as well. Other than that, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.